I bought a Fantastic Four collection full of books I've never had before. All right, guys, we are going to get into this Fantastic Four collection I was able to pick up. There was some other stuff in there, and you know how we break these collections down. We are going to go through some stuff, talk about some keys. We are going to go over the price, what I paid, and I want to hear from you guys. Do you think I overpaid, underpaid, spot on? First, before we get into this, if you could hit that subscription button, notification bell, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. None of this stuff costs you a dime. And of course, like I just said before, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the collection. We're going to go through about 90% of these books. It's only one short box. First and foremost, one short box, Fantastic Four, and there's a little bit of other stuff sprinkled in there. I have to do a big shout out, big thank you, my man Mike, the promoter, the owner of Incredicon. He was able to make this happen. He was the liaison, if you will, to get my hands onto this collection. So a big shout out to him. And if you want to follow Incredicon HV on Instagram, he runs a free local show. It's in the mall, literally free. You walk in and there's comics set up, booths, pops, toys, all kinds of stuff. Keep an eye out for that. That's going to be coming next year for sure. That's going to be happening. So keep an eye out for that. And again, that's Incredicon HV on Instagram, Facebook. You could find all that. So big thanks and a shout out to him. So first things first, let's go through the short box. I pulled a bunch of keys out that I wanted to talk about, but here's about 90% of the stuff coming up. All right, guys. So here we go. We're starting out with a Fantastic Four number 7, low grade. A lot of this is low grade. Red Ghost here. First appearance of the Watcher. Nice Doctor Doom cover here. Number 17. We're going to go through all these books very quickly. Oh, Molecule Man. Very quickly, and then we will go over some of the keys I pulled to show off. And there weren't just Fantastic Four books in here. There were some other stuff, some Silver Age Daredevil, and some miscellaneous other stuff that we'll go through really quickly. But the majority of this is all Fantastic Four. The point of this video is not only the collection I picked up, but it's all Fantastic Four. What do we have there? Number 20, what is that? 32. I don't know if you guys hear the chicken in the background. Almost a full run there, starting around issue, was that, well, there was like 7 or 9 in there, but then around 21. Classic Kirby cover right there. A lot of Inhumans, a lot of Doom. And then now we're really rolling with consecutive. Oh, Ronan the Accuser. Here's the Cocoon from Adam Warlock, him. We're going to start rolling here in a second, just one after another, all numerical order. So that was 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 91, 92, 93, I think it jumps, yeah, 95. Agatha was in here, but I gave that to Mike from Incredicon as a thank you for finding this. I gave him a few other books too. Kind of like a finder's fee. We're going to get into some spec stuff really quick here too in a second. These last few books. This one, first Frankie Ray, first Terrax, and then first Frankie Ray as Nova, big speculation book if you watch my videos. All right, guys, so there you have it. That's the meat and potatoes of it, but the money is right here. We're going to go over it. Before we get into the Fantastic Four stuff, I'm just going to talk about some of the other stuff that was sprinkled in there as well. And again, we are going to talk price at the end of the video. Silver Surfer number 44. That's that first Infinity Gauntlet. That was in there. Some Daredevil books now. So Daredevil 158. This is the first Frank Miller on Daredevil in title. He did appear, I believe it was the Marvel team up. That was his first time working on Daredevil. This is his first time in title. And then Just to go with that book, we have a Daredevil 131. That's the first appearance of Bullseye. Great, great book, in my opinion. I almost would say this is a little undervalued. Just a little undervalued, this book. I think there's a little bit room on this one. There was an Iron Fist #1 in there. Keep an eye out. This book does have a Marvel Value stamp in it, so you want to make sure that that's in there if you find that in the wild. It's just Iron Fist #1, first title. Not a crazy, crazy expensive book, but a lot of the Iron Fist stuff is starting to get a little bit expensive. Nice book to find in this batch of stuff as well. Last but not least, you guys have seen this book a million times. This classic Todd McFarlane, Incredible Hulk #340. That was in there as well. There was some other stuff sprinkled in it too. Infinity Gauntlet, First Bishop, stuff like that. You know, somewhere between the $10 and $30 range, depending on the grade, the condition of these things. A bunch of that kind of stuff in there. Again, it was just a short box. Just a short box. Now let's get into the Fantastic Four stuff. Now, there were definitely a bunch of stuff in here that I have never found in the wild. First time, and I'll let you know which ones. There were 3 books that I never found in the wild. First, let's go to Fantastic Four #18, first appearance of the Super Skrull. This is a very low grade copy. You're looking at a 0.5 here, but still some people seem to be specking and sleeping on, or I should say specking, while other people are sleeping on this character, this book coming to the MCU. Well, I don't know if he will or not. It's hard to have the Super Skrull without the Fantastic Four. So I don't know. What came first, chicken or the egg? We'll see. We'll find out. Next, another book, another Fantastic Four. Obviously, this book has been getting very hot. This is Fantastic Four #33, First Attuma. This is talked about, rumored to appear. He is rumored to appear in Black Panther #2. So we'll see if he is actually the antagonist or one of the antagonists in that movie. We'll see. Time will tell. And then the next 2 books, I always seem to find one. The other one's right next to it. Granted, it is number 45, which is the first Inhumans. And usually when I find the Inhumans, right after it, number 46, which is the first Black Bolt. They always seem to go hand in hand. And it's always nice finding those Fantastic Four books between 45 and 52. So, you know what else was in there? It was number 50. That is the final book of the trilogy, 48, 49, and 50. That ugly brown cover. Some people seem to like it. I don't. The Surfer artwork is really nice, but I just don't like the brown. But the weakest of the 3 books of the trilogy, but 49 was also in there. This is the highest grade, of a better grade of the 2, of 49 and 50. And 48 was in there. This was the lowest grade of the 3, actually has tape on the spine. I'm probably sending 48 and 49 out to CGC, probably sending the Inhumans, probably sending the Black Bolt. The Attuma may be going as well. A lot of stuff going to CGC here. That Bullseye may be going to CGC as well. All right, now I'm going to talk about 3 more books. These 3 books I have never found before in the wild. Never. So let's start out with, how about Fantastic Four #3? This is a very low grade copy. 0.5, spine split, Marvel chipping, very common. This is the first Fantastic Four in costume, first Miracle Man, first Baxter building. That's this one. First time ever owning this book. Now, the next book I have owned before, but I never found in the wild. This is Fantastic Four #2. This is the first appearance of the Skrulls. This is reaching for a 1.5, probably a 1.0. This is probably going out to CGC. The Miracle, #3, I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to look at it a lot closer. I haven't really even looked at these books super, super close. I wanted to record while everything was still fresh in my mind. All right, last book. I've never found this one in the wild. This is a Fantastic Four book. Maybe you guys have seen it. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe some of you even own it. This is Fantastic Four #1. The first appearance, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and The Thing. This is a monster of a book. I don't think the newer collectors to our hobby, and when I say new, I mean like within the, MCU new. Well, no, because that's like over a decade old. But the newer collectors, I don't think these newer, younger collectors realize the importance of this book. It is huge. arguably one of the most important books in Marvel Comics. It's debatable. I'm sure I'll get yelled at in the comments, but very, very important book. This is the first Fantastic Four. I mean, this is a holiest of holy grails, especially in the Silver Age. This ushered in the Silver Age for Marvel, the Marvel Age of Comics. This was it. You're looking at that book. First time I've had it. Unfortunately, this book has got 0.5 written all over it. Tape on the spine, big stain, little chip out of the right side. But you know what? When you have an opportunity to buy a Fantastic Four #1, you have to buy it. Unless the price is astronomical. Which, speaking of price, let's get into it. You guys have just seen about 90% of the books, again, in that collection. There was some Silver Age Daredevil, no keys. And like I said before, first Bishop, first Infinity Gauntlet, or not in first, well, that was in there. Infinity Gauntlet, I think like 1 through 6 was in there. But you saw the meat and potatoes of it. You saw it all. So, and I kind of told you the grades of some of the important ones. So I'm going to give you the 5 seconds here, 5-second rule. You guys guess, say it out loud, say it in your mind. What do you think I paid for this collection? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This collection cost me $5,500 for everything. CGC fees are probably going to be somewhere for all of this. We're probably pushing close to $500 in CGC fees. I would assume I'll be into everything for about $6,000, give or take maybe $100 or $200, depending on the CGC fees. We have to pray that everything comes back about, what I'm hoping it to be. But that FF1, look at this thing. I mean, I got the picture on the screen. I'm holding a Fantastic Four #1. I've never even held this book before until now. Until I picked this up. So a big, big stain on the cover, tape on it. You got staining, the chip missing here on the side. 0.5 all day, but we'll see. Do I get a 1.0? Can I get lucky and get a 1.0? We will see. You guys will see, because we are certainly doing an unboxing on this somewhere down the line, and this will be submitted under walkthrough tier. I'll have it insured for somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000. So this thing's going to be coming back within a couple weeks, and hopefully you guys get to see that. I'll do the video real quick. It's going to be a short one because it's only going to be one book, but you guys get to see that video, and that's going to be like a week or 2 or 3 probably after this one, but you'll see it. We'll talk about it. It'll be a quick one. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. How did I do? $5,500 for everything you saw. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep it comics.